Hello webpage students, and welcome to tutorial number 12. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to make a template of our index page because we're almost done formatting it. But there's one more thing if I show you in design view that we need to do is we need to put a little border around these pictures. And before we go into creating our template, we need to finish up our CSS. So I'm going to go over into split view, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on my CSS styles. And when I'm on my CSS styles, I'm going to go up to containers, above containers into list, into images, and I'm going to create a class style, which you'll do that with a period, and it'll be image frame is our class style that we are going to create for this particular tutorial that we're going to work on. Now this image frame that we're going to create, remember, use your curly bracket, and in that image frame we need to give it a little bit of padding, and we want it to have 10 pixels. And we want to have it to have this nice thin border of 1 pixel, and we remember it's going to be that solid gray color that we've been using on all of our other tutorials. We want it to have a margin of 10 pixels, and then we're going to just simply end the code, and that's all that we need to do. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to refresh this, and then I'm going to go into design view so we can, oops, I went into live code, but I want to click onto design view and we can see that it did nothing. Now this is important that we notice is that in our CSS styles we did style our images, we gave ourselves an image frame, and we put a border around it. But the thing is that, remember, CSS and HTML have to talk to each other. They have to be on the same page. That's why it's so important that the code is exactly right. You don't have any stray characters or any extra spaces. So let's go into our code view, and we're going to go into our source code. And you can see we're in our slider or banner image, and we're going to go down to our content div. This is where that cheers design and that dummy text is in those images. And in between this image and this source code, I'm going to paste in this image class equals image frame, and I'm going to actually do that for both of them. Oops, I have a little we'll need to fix this, or this is not going to work right. I'm going to give it a space between the source, this image, and make sure you have quotes for both of those on there. That class is referring to this class style that we have in CSS, that class style that we created, which was the period image frame, and the source that it's going to go ahead and do is those 2 images that we saw. So I want to go to split view and see nothing has changed, and if I refresh it, you can see, and I'm going to go over into design view so you can see a little bit better that it is then put those borders on those pictures. And if we go into our CSS styles and we look at what we did, just so that you understand it, so we want to go heading, global, I think images are down here. Padding is this 10 pixels right in here, and then the border is the 1 pixel. We didn't put anything on the outside of it. Actually we did. We put a 10 pixel margin, which gives us this nice equal space in our solid border that is that gray color. So that's what we did. So what you want to make sure is you want to file, and you want to make sure you save your index page, because at this point your index page should be looking pretty good. If we go into design view, you can see that we've done a lot of good things here. And the reason that we are going to make a template is because if you make templates, templates are good for several reasons. first of all, it's good because you can apply it to different pages on our site. And a template is a model or a blueprint for a web page and what you're going to do on your site. And there are certain things about templates. There are certain regions that are editable that you can change on it, but you make certain things uneditable that you don't want to change. If you create a template and you have the nav bar perfect, and then you want to make a change to the nav bar, you just change the template and it changes it on all your pages, and there are no stray pages. At this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a template. So we want to make sure that we're in our code and our shares design file. So we're in our shares design file and we're in the index part. You can see that all of our files are attached, and you're going to hit file, and you're not going to hit save as, but you're going to go, oops, we can't save as a template in this particular view. I want to take live view off and see if then that'll make us, we have to be out of live view, and it allows us to save as a template. And it takes us to the share design site folder, and we're going to just change this to shares main, because this is our main template that we're going to use for all of our shares design files. And we're going to hit save, and it's going to say update links, and we're going to hit yes, and it has saved as a template. How do we know? It'll go into files, and you can see there's all of our folders, but there's this new folder here called templates, and I'm gonna close it out. But if your folder wouldn't appear, you can hit the refresh button, and then it would refresh the screen. And you can see if I open this template, this is our shares main, which we'll learn about in our next tutorial about editable and uneditable content that we will go ahead and adjust, but we have our template. So thank you, good luck.